Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Divine from Keeping Up with Divine. Thank you for coming if you're a return subscriber. Thank you for coming if you're new, and welcome. Make sure you hit that subscribe button for consistent content every Friday, 6 p.m. UK time. Now, for those of you who are wondering what's going on here, take a seat, grab a cup of tea and join us. I quit my job in January of 2021 to embark on a journey of self-employment and employerness, being an employer, entrepreneurship, and this is basically a virtual diary of everything I'm learning along the way and just general day-to-day of how it is to be a new employer, a new entrepreneur, being self-employed, and all of that good stuff, and the occasional bit just about me and my life and what I enjoy. So if that sounds like something you'd be interested in, or you just really love the sound of my voice or the look of my face, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss anything. So without any further ado, let's get straight into today's video.
An option in the field, they kind of run out of options. She always complain like she knows me often, but often I'll be.
So today's video is going to be 6 things which I learned in 2021. Now, majority of these are going to be related to business, but some of these are things which I've learned as a result of being an entrepreneur. And I just wanted to share these with you guys as it is New Year's Eve. And this might be a lesson that you might have learned, or it might be something that you've thought about, or it might be something brand new to you. Make sure you drop down in the comments any thoughts you have on any of these points and we can have a discussion about it. The first thing that I learned in 2021 is that business is not as sexy as it's made out to be. Now, don't get me wrong, I love it and I think it's great, you know, once you've made it to the point where you've got all the money and stuff like that. But I think what I learned from my own experience is that business is much harder than it initially appears. There's a lot of responsibility in it. I liken it to a baby. It literally feels like you've given birth to a baby and now you watch it all the time and want to make sure it grows in the best way possible. Now, I don't have a baby, so I don't know. I just assume that this is how parents feel, but it's very, very demanding. And even when it's time to switch off, sometimes it's very hard, but at the same time it's so worth it. I wouldn't go into employment again unless I had to. So if you guys see me with a job, just know I'm struggling. Watch my YouTube videos a little bit more, drop some more comments and some likes, so then hopefully YouTube can start paying me, because if I'm in employment, guys, I'm struggling. It's not for me. It's really not for me. It's not the life I choose for myself. But yeah, business is hard, and it has also come to my attention with other people I've been talking to about business and stuff, that the idea is, it sounds so nice having a business, you know, it sounds like I'm gonna put my name on company's house, I'm gonna be a director. When people search me up on the internet, they'll see my company, but people don't tend to think about what happens after the hype. Once you've sort of said, yay, I've got a business, and everyone's been excited and everyone's shown their little support for a few minutes, you still have to carry on with that business, and you have to take it to a point where it's making money to look after you, and then to also do extra things for you and buy you nice things and take you nice places and stuff like that. Business is sexy once it starts making money, I'm not gonna lie, but up until that point, it's not cute. I have hyperventilated over this business. I've cried. I've just not even known what to do, but it is worth it and I would do it again a million times. Number 2, everyone isn't going to be happy for you. That is just the nature of life. Some people just won't support you from the jump. Some people will support you for a little bit and then dwindle off. Now, I don't blame these ones all the time, because it's no one's job to actually support you. No one gets paid to support you. So if they have to get on with their lives, you know, that's life. That's what happens. And some people will be silent supporters. You don't know they're supporting you, but they are supporting you, but you don't see it, so you may perceive that they don't care or whatever. It's not their job to support you at the end of the day. But I think the thing I've learned the most in 2021 is some people want you to win, but they don't want you to do better than them, and that's toxic. If you're one of those people, you really need to speak to your God, or you need to check yourself, because it's so evident sometimes that people, they want you to do well and they'll act like they're helping you and supporting you, but when things start going extremely well for you, it's hard for them to continue supporting. I just don't understand that type of person personally, because I just feel like, why should we all not win? There's room for everyone to win. But I've definitely seen that multiple times in this year, and what's crazy is their support is based off how well they think you're doing or assume you're doing, based on things like social media or the things you post and stuff like that. It's so easy to appear like things are going so much better for you than they actually are, and for me, that's why it doesn't make sense to support someone based on how well you think they're doing or whatever. Either support them or don't support them. Don't be toxic. But that's what I've learned in 2021. There's so many toxic supporters out in this world. Number 3, I spoke about this in a previous video. My employees are not my friends. Boundaries have to be set. I had this one lady, she was quite lovely, I suppose, at the beginning, and I was just being friendly with her. I wanted to be a boss, you know, who you can speak to, you can tell your life problems and what have you, but it just went too far. She started calling me when she was drunk. I had the hospital calling me because she put me down as her next of kin. The boundary was just not there. There was no boundaries between me and this lady whatsoever, and that was never my intention. But I think what I found is that my approach was too friendly, too nice, too welcoming. As an employer, I need to be firm, and I also need to put my foot down and have that professional line, set the boundaries because no one else is trying to set them. And I think this is a very big lesson that I learned. My life would be so much more difficult if each and every one of my employees thought that we were friends. We're not friends. I'm friendly and I'm nice because I'm a nice person, but I'm firm, and when I have to give discipline, then that's what has to be done. If I have to put my foot down, that's what has to be done, and that's a massive lesson. If you're looking to become an employer in 2022, please do keep that in mind because it will make your life so hard if you're trying to be friends with everyone. Honestly, you need the boundaries. And also it's things like I had to change my name on Facebook and change certain things because some of my employees were just finding me on Facebook, adding me on Facebook. That's just something I've learned in 2021, and I will not be taking that into 2022. Things have to be changed. Boundaries have been set. Number 4 is my peace is the most important thing. I feel like in the beginning of 2021, I was very much still a people pleaser. I wanted to make sure that everyone was happy, and I was happy to inconvenience myself in order to make someone else feel a bit more comfortable, even though that means that I'm uncomfortable and I'm struggling and I'm not at peace. But guys, that is just something I can't do anymore. Business has stressed me out to a point where I don't have extra capacity for unnecessary stress. I feel like in this here life, it's important to put yourself first because who else will? My peace comes priority over anything. If a situation doesn't make me feel at peace, I'm leaving. It's just that simple. And I think my life has become so much easier and so much peaceful, as I'm saying, when I decided to just cut out all the things that disturb my peace and the things which I found toxic. And if you haven't done that, guys, I really highly recommend it. It's a game changer. It's changed my life and it can change your life. Peace is the way forward. I'm entering 2022 in peace. Like that song says, this is the peace that you cannot buy. That's what I have right now, okay? Number 5 is faith can actually move mountains. I decided to quit my job with no real plan of what I was going to do. I didn't know when my business was going to be able to pay me, and I didn't even have Divine Content Hub when I quit my job. That's something I started on the day I handed in my notice. I just started doing things. I found out how many things I can do. Sometimes I feel like when you push yourself out there, you're forced to find a plan and forced to find a way to make things work. Coupled up with prayer, I feel like that was the perfect recipe for me. Now, if you don't pray, I don't know what else I can offer as an alternative, but whatever works for you, try that. But just faith in yourself as well, self-belief, because I quit and I thought I'm going to find a way to make this work. Guys, I found out I'm good at editing, I'm good at admin, I'm good at recruitment, I'm good at social media management. There's so many things that I was able to just explore and dabble in and do and get paid for. There's so many things I'm sure you're really good at, but you just haven't had the opportunity to exercise that, or you haven't been in a position where you have to try something. But for me, it worked out, and I definitely recommend it. Of course, if you don't have massive responsibilities, but even if you have responsibilities, it depends on your risk appetite. I would recommend quitting your job and trying out self-employment if it's something you really want to do and something you're sure you can stay committed to, because otherwise you may as well just stay in your job and make your money. And number 6, I have found social media to be more and more toxic as the year has continued. Now, I don't know if this is also reinforced by the things I've been watching, like Social Dilemma and watching Mo's interview on the Diary of a CEO. But for me and social media, it's like I look at it so different. I have so many questions to myself every time I post. Why am I actually posting this? What message am I trying to portray as a result of this picture or as a result of this video? I don't know. For me, I just feel like it's so easy to get stuck in a rut with social media. I'll give you an example. So let's say you're really into Louis Vuitton handbags. So you like a picture of a Louis Vuitton handbag. You like a picture of someone else carrying a Louis Vuitton handbag. It has algorithms to make sure that you'll keep seeing pictures of Louis Vuitton handbags because it wants you to keep liking them and spending more time on social media. So before you know it, your whole timeline is filled with people with Louis Vuitton handbags, and now you start feeling like, oh my god, I don't have a Louis Vuitton handbag but everyone else does, and it just creates such a false narrative in your mind if you're not careful. I feel like social media is such a wonderful tool, but for me, I like to take regular breaks from it just to make sure that I'm resetting and refreshing and just, you know, just really getting back down to what's important and what matters and what's actually happening in life, not what's happening on my mobile phone and what have you. And because of that, it's time for me to take another social media detox. This one I presume is going to be longer than the rest. I don't usually set a time for it, but I do want to take out some real time to just not be on there. So if you guys usually hear about my videos on social media and places like that, please make sure you hit the subscribe button and you hit the notification bell so you know every time I'm uploading, because I won't be on those platforms for a little while and I won't be informing you when new videos are coming out, which is why it's so important for you to hit the notification bell so you don't miss anything. I will be here every Friday at 6 o'clock. I wish you guys the happiest new year, and I'll see you next year. Bye.